The process is similar in every district. There might be small variations, but all similar. You're going to be interviewed. And the key thing, of course, is you need to be able to get past your merit selection panel, because if you don't, you're never ever going to be interviewed by the court. You will never ever be selected. Now, for some people, they're very hesitant about applying to be a magistrate judge. And maybe for many people, they grew up under circumstances in which they were made to feel second best, an outsider, not worthy. And I say to all of those applicants, don't ever sell yourself short. If you have merit, and you will be interviewed by a group of citizens and lawyers, that merit will shine through, right? It's what you've done. And what you've done is important because the court is looking for someone who can provide service. Can you serve the needs of your court? But also, do you serve the needs of the community? Because a court doesn't just exist in a vacuum. It exists for the sole purpose of being a forum for the community, for the district, for the country. And I can tell you that a common question that courts will often ask an applicant is, what have you done that demonstrates your commitment to fairness, to justice, to access to justice? Now, these are important qualities because there's no shortage of smart people. The court always realizes we need more than smart. We need more than someone with just a big, smart head. We need someone with heart, someone who understands people, because at the end of the day, every single legal problem, every case that comes before the court involves a person and someone's problems. I should also say that magistrate judge positions are highly sought after. There are not that many magistrate judges in the nation. If you apply and if you are not selected, don't give up. And you should never think of not being selected as a rejection. I was not good enough. Now, having actually sat and participated in the selection process, the reality is that the court often has 5 great people to pick from. They wish they could pick all of the applicants, but they only have 1 spot. So it's not a matter of rejection. It's just that, well, the court had to make a difficult call. And I say this from my own personal experience because it only took me 3 rejections before being selected to serve as a magistrate judge.
Throughout my career, having worked for those judges and having been around the court, District Judge James Whittemore, District Judge Mary Scriven, as well as a state court appellate court judge, Chris Altenburn, mentored me all along the way. And then in my law firm, this wonderful senior partner, he just encouraged me through every success, through every disappointment. He was just the person who just kept me on my feet and kept me going. And I will tell all young lawyers that it's incredibly important to find a mentor, and if you're very lucky, a champion that will help you and encourage you throughout the practice of law. And I'll also share to anyone who aspires to join the judiciary, one of the things that I like to say is, don't give up. Continue to keep moving forward. And that is something that I have continued to live by, because as a lawyer, you are going to have many successes, but you're also going to have some disappointments. And don't give up. Don't give up. And I like to say keep moving forward was something that I thought of myself, but it is something that the great Martin Luther King Jr. always said during the great and long civil rights movement: keep moving forward. Don't give up. And if you aspire to become a judge, work hard to become a good lawyer. Work hard to have a great reputation in the community for professionalism, for ethics, and for having a good temperament. Then once you have that experience, join some local bar associations. Try to serve the public in that way. become known in your community for a person that helps out, that works well with others, and that can give back. And as I mentioned, don't give up.
For individuals who are interested in pursuing a career as a United States Magistrate Judge, it's important that you talk to judges. Let them know of your aspiration and your interests. Now that I serve as a magistrate judge, I'm often approached by individuals who want to pursue the opportunity the same way I did. And the first question they ask is, how do you even know the opportunity is available? Generally speaking, in most jurisdictions, the opportunity will be publicized on the court's website with a big conspicuous notice of a vacancy for the position of a United States Magistrate Judge. And I know it's not really everyone's habit to troll the federal court website looking for those opportunities, but there are ways that you can sign up to receive alerts. In my personal story, I received an email directly from the local chapter of the Federal Bar Association, and I know that many other bar associations will circulate those opportunities as they become available. So it becomes important then to join those organizations, to receive those alerts in a timely way, to know when the opportunities become available.
I love the job because every day people come in front of me, whether they're on the defense side, they're the defendant or a victim or a witness, and I get to do for them what I needed done for me, which is to explain to them what's happening, explain the law to them, explain the process to them, make sure they understand that they have rights to be protected. I get to listen with empathy. I get to explain my decisions to them in a way that I hope is transparent and can help them understand the fairness and the equity, even if they don't ultimately like the decision. And I get to leave each person's dignity intact. And that's something I wish I had had, and it's something that I can give. I also really enjoy the community outreach aspect of the job. I love going into the schools and talking to other young people. I love bringing the community in to understand the process. I think the more we can get people in to see themselves as participants and as decision makers in our justice system, rather than just those whose lives are impacted by it, I think the more legitimate our system becomes, and I think the closer we are to the democracy that we want.
I love my job because I see it as a natural progression in my public service career. I love serving the people of this country. I love being the first face that many litigants see when they come into the justice system, especially the criminal justice system. So that gives me great pleasure to be able to connect with people on a different level. I think you bring your own experiences to the bench, and litigants appreciate that, to see a face of color, whether it's any color, but something that they recognize. I think it brings respect for the justice system to have a diverse bench, and I feel like I'm a part of that. So it's a wonderful job. Most importantly, the idea of serving, of giving back, those are really what motivate me and why I love this job so much. Serving in the cause of justice, there's just no higher calling.